It's the Top That Trade Day. Our top trading stars are ready to go. Phil Flynn, a Fox Business Network News contributor, and Alan Knuckman, the chief market strategist at bullseyeoption.com. Good to see you guys. Round number one. Don't know. FOMO. The biggest stocks in the market are extremely expensive. It's making some traders nervous. Others fear missing out on the next move up. What's your advice?
Well, we're in a bull market, obviously, so it's important to see how stocks react once they pull back on some profit taking. We're seeing that happen with Walmart right now, which had almost doubled in value, backed up about 5%. You also saw with Palantir and some of these others. But what's interesting is this has been a winners and losers market, and we've had some big stocks that haven't rallied just yet. Even though Nvidia has come back, we've got Microsoft and Google and Apple pretty far from their highs. So I still see there's a lot of upside, and the bull is still boom. We just made new all-time highs and broke out once again.
I want to let everybody in on a secret. Buy low, sell high. And that's what I've done. Right. You know, if I've got some really good stocks that I really like and I've made a lot of money on them, I sell part of them. Right.
Sell.
That frees up cash, and then I can look for what's cheap. And there's a lot of stocks that are still relatively undervalued. The energy stocks have been beaten up, right? So you might want to take a little bit out of your tech profits, put them into energy. And even if you're in energy like me, double down. I don't think that's a bad play.
Round two, selling gold short. The price of an ounce of gold is just a glimmer away from $3,000. Goldman Sachs analysts believe the yellow metal could reach $3,300. What's your golden prediction?
See 3,000, we'll go to 3,300, then we'll go to 3,500, right? I'm telling you, it's like an auction, right? I mean, I think Al and I have been talking about $3,000 gold for at least a year on this show, and we're getting close to that target. And I think one of the things you always have to worry about is that when you have a long-term target and you finally get there, and then all of a sudden say, well, maybe I was low, it can go to 3,300. You have to be a little bit careful. And I think I'm going to be at 3,000. Listen, the physical market for gold is on fire right now. We're seeing historic movement of the metals. We have had a price differential here in the United States versus London. We're seeing a lot of gold get repatriated back to the United States. And I think that's a good thing because that adds wealth to our country.
Well, a lot of markets have always been lower left, upper right. So gold is just an example of that right now without any serious profit taking. Now, we did come back after a big sell-off last Friday, which was a pretty ugly sell-off bar, but it looks like we're strong once again. I'm going to throw out a wild card here. You know what's there's talk in the markets of some getting back to the gold standard and revaluing the gold that we have in Fort Knox. So there's a lot of wild cards that could really put this market on fire. But right now, it's just been a steady climb. I think I'm waiting for a little bit of a blow off, and then I'm going to lighten up on some of these positions and put the profits in the bank.
Round three, cold, hot. Bitter cold across the country has turned natural gas into a hot commodity. Do you buy the heated price or wait for nat gas to chill?
We loved natural gas weeks and months ago. It made a nice bottom base, and we've seen a big bounce. But let's remember, natural gas right now is at 4.5. It was at 10 just in 2022. So there's a ton of upside. As far as risk reward goes, there's still more upside. And then we can worry about the summer and the hot temperatures and the electricity issues and the drive for natural gas. So I like it here, and I think it's going to go a lot higher.
You know, I think long-term, Alan's probably right. In the short term, we've had an incredible run, and it's going to come down to the weather. And to be honest with you, when we were on the show last time, we're getting mixed weather forecasts. People were predicting an early spring. Not Puxatony Phil, he was saying it's going to be right. He was right. The groundhog was right. Winter's come back with a vengeance. One of the things you have to be worried about with natural gas, you have the shots. We hit a 2-year high back over $4 a gas. If it does warm up, those prices will come back down. One of the things we didn't see is as many freeze-offs as we did in previous cold fronts. So that may keep the production up. And one of the things that may cool the market is U.S. production. If it warms up, production stays high, the prices will moderate.
Once again, the Girl Scouts are in the bonus round. Wendy's has a new frosty Girl Scout cookie flavor. Is it Do-si-dos, Caramel Delights, or Thin Mints?
Thin Mints.
Whoa. I know that they have the salted caramel one. I was just at Wendy's and we partook in that. But I'm going to have to say Thin Mints. Thin Mints is an easy one to sell.
Well, I know that Alan used to do the do-si-do. I don't know if he's ever eaten one.
You are both correct. Thin mints. Fat chance you'd lose on that one. Business First, and we'll be right back.